So this is the big four hunting competition. It's a stag, a pheasant, a trout and a boar. And you weigh in those four. The big prizes are pretty much for averages, and then there's a few prizes for heaviest and Douglas scores and things like that. The weigh-ins in Tauranga, we've got our pig hunters up in Auckland, and they're heading up to the Bay of Islands to hunt, and me and Jeff are sticking in our home locations, then meeting in Turangi for a fish. So yeah, it makes a pretty decent video, I reckon, so stick around if you want to see us run around the country trying to find four species of animals to weigh in. Quite excited. We haven't been out for a few years, eh, Ryan?
Been a couple of days, mate. Been a couple of days, but
I might even take a snapshot of our 2016 as our last December stag we got. And it was a monster, so hopefully we find something like that tonight.
bigger, mate, bigger.
Good luck.
Easy.
So I teamed up with a couple of mates who have got access to a farm near Santoff Forest, and it has a few sandbar deer passing through and also getting stuck into some of their winter crops. So I jumped at the chance to get out for a spotlight with them, and filming took a bit of a back seat to the shooting, but in the end, recovery mission, hopefully. Yeah, so last night's spotlight was all good. We saw two, shot at two. I missed one, it wasn't a stag. We decided to have a crack anyway because we were getting desperate. Then got onto a stag, Sean shot it, and we haven't recovered it because it's thick and blackberry. So I'm going to take the dog out later today once Sean can get a bit of time off work, and we'll go out about lunchtime. But up until then, I'm going to go for a wander and hopefully find myself one of those. The river is humming after a couple of days rain. It's not too nasty, and with this much water it sort of like goes over a lot of the bigger rocks. So a little rock garden just up ahead of us, and then I went the other week up here to suss it out for a pheasant, flushed a few, didn't shoot any. So yeah, hopefully this morning before we go and look for the sandbar, I can pick up a bird. Not too exciting as far as jet boating goes. The river's right at that level where all the good stuff's covered up, so I didn't even need to dodge much, just the odd bit of wood. But yeah, now I'm going to change over to GoPro on the front of the gun and start stalking through all this riverbank stuff. Flushed 2 pheasants, half a dozen quail, didn't fire a shot, and yeah, now I've got to head off and meet up with Sean, try and find his sandbar from last night. Fingers crossed that works out, because we're still 0-4 at this stage on the second day of hunting. Yeah, me and Sean just brought the dog out, but the dog was around sniffing birds, and Sean's wandered over to where Ryan told us he thought it was last night, but it was in thick blackberry, so we sort of gave up after a bit of trudging. Now Sean's found it, so we'll go check out what he's got. What do you got, Sean? Beauty, bro.
Bought ourselves a little sambar stag, mate.
Beauty.
I just had a bit of a hard time too.
Yeah.
Little tip broken off, few scars. What it's all about.
Nice, bro. With a 308 even.
308.
Yeah, so deer on the board, primo, 1 down, 3 to go. I'm going to keep powering on and try and get this pheasant. I won't bother with the drone footage and stuff because you've seen some of that this morning from an unsuccessful mission, and time's ticking on. It's sort of 3:30 now, so better get into it.
Hey, Riley, go on then.
Yeah, so that's day 2, done and dusted. I had a few opportunities tonight, but the luck was more in their favour, so I think that means tomorrow's a big day on the pheasants for me. Gutted. Yeah, some new ground. Me and Riley the hound out to get ourselves a pheasant. I sort of thrashed one of my go-to spots with the boat yesterday, so I've moved downriver, brought the boat, but my track I've picked is proving impassable. It's drizzling a bit at the moment, so I don't know how much filming I'm going to do, but yeah, all going well. We'll find ourselves some birds. Yeah, Jeff had the same plan as me and got up early on the 3rd day, ended up getting out, and he shot a couple of pheasants, so I took that as my cue to make a move north and meet up with him for a bit of fishing.
Okay, just arrived in Turangi. Yeah, try and catch a trout. We've got a stag. Managed to pick up 2 pheasants, and then Josh is on his way from Fielding up to here to join me, and we'll try and nail this trout. We're in the mighty mecca of trout fishing in New Zealand, which is Turangi. So this is the place to do it.
Drizzly old day or afternoon, but I just got myself my 24-hour license. Changing from hunting to fishing, and yeah, let's see how we go. Oh yeah, at least be on. At least be on.
I don't know, bro.
Beautiful.
I don't know.
Beautiful. Yeah, so with our sardine-sized trout on board, we made preparations for the next day, and the fishing was pretty hard going, even according to the locals. We've got a couple of fish just sitting on the other side of that bank there, but the water's quite tricky to deal with. We're just having a crack.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Good to know.
Nice.
Yeah.
Not big. Not small one.
Where we going?
Upriver.
Upriver. Where's that?
That's where the fish are. Jeff's on a tank. Easy does it, brother. It's a good looking fish. Hold that up for us. Outstanding. So this is 3 of the species. Jeff slated on the fish. Ended up with is that the big boy? Yeah. Ended up with a pretty decent jack by the end of it. Frustrating. Well, last night and this morning we were slow, and then this evening kicked off. So, bird, stag, and the boys have got a couple of pigs. So, and better pheasants. So, yeah, it's all come together nicely.
We're looking good, eh?
Primo.
Real good.
Now we just need to select what ones we're weighing in, and we'll meet up tomorrow.
Not a bad place to be though, is it?
Oh, good.
Josh, what's going on, Josh? Hey?
I've locked my keys in my car.
And what's inside there?
Well, the animals.
Haven't Josh?
Oh, yeah, Jeff locked the keys in the car. It was a disaster. Yeah, so we've pulled together the big four this year. It's our first time getting them all together. Last time we were lacking the pig and the trout, and now we've got it all, so it's primo.
Good proper fish, that one.
Yeah,
Nice. Is that what you got?
That'll be 130.
yeah, I reckon too.
I'd go with that 130 as a guess. Oh, lightweight.
Done that. 38.4. Happy with that?
How'd that go, Jeff? What did it weigh in as?
1.8 something.
Main.
I think it'll be all good. Around that 4 pound.
Yep.
4 and a bit pound.
It's at this point you're thinking, where's the video of you guys catching the pig? And our pig hunters weren't that keen on getting the camera out while they were hunting, so they didn't provide me with anything to work with. It was another awesome turnout at the Te Puna Big Four this year, and some massive animals hit the scales. Our stag was about 4th heaviest, so it totally blew our chances at the average weights, but most importantly, we got out for a great week, chasing game, and even picked up a spot prize at the end.